Hold on. Sup, dude?
Hey, I can't hear you. Can you
You
try
can't
again?
hear me? Can
Oh,
you
that's
hear me now?
perfect. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It was my own volume.
Did you change your webcam?
Yeah, I changed my well, I got another one.
Ah, okay.
So I have a dual webcam setup now.
But this one has like a wider angle, right?
Yeah, that is correct. It has a wider angle.
Looks
Um
looks nice. The light looks different, like a bit. I'm not sure if it's warmer or yellower, but it looks good.
I think it looks warmer. I'm not sure yet. I'm not I'm not 100% sold on the there's a name for it, which I really don't know. But I've experimented enough on the streaming software that um, it has like a yellowish, yeah, like a yellowish tint. But there's
Huh?
also some sort of green that I'm not loving. But I can adjust all of that. So I'm just I haven't meddled with that at all. But I'm happier with the wider angle because now I can frame myself however I want. So if I want to go in closer, then I'll do that. But in the
That
meantime,
is what I was about to say. I like it better, but I think the previous one was more private because it was just you, you know?
mhm.
Now
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you are
No, but the
more
thing is,
exposed.
I can zoom in a lot more because
Ah, okay, okay.
it's higher definition. Um, and that was a point. So I can have like one, I'm not even sure what to call it, but like one type of framing when I'm teaching, a different type of framing when I'm streaming, so on and so forth.
Is that shelf the one you mentioned that you just installed for your mock?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
the one in
it's
front.
not even a shelf. It's just
Ah,
like a frame of like a metal frame.
but is it something below?
Well, the desk is below, so
Ah,
this is on
okay.
top of the desk. So m my hand and my mouse is here,
But
so I can
don't
move
you
freely.
it feels weird. I mean, because I normally try to put liquids below the hardware,
Below the
and
hardware.
and
Yeah, no,
have it there feels dangerous.
it's not for for the mug itself.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. That makes sense. Now that
But
makes sense.
yeah. But yeah, so I can put stuff on the desk. Um, but I can still have my mobility like on my mouse hand.
Okay.
Um, and I find that I'm putting my mugs on top. Mm.
I'm preparing breakfast, if I may. Ah,
All right. Yeah. How's your
well,
day so far?
well, oof, where to start? Um, it's been productive. It's
Mm-hmm.
been productive.
Mm-hmm.
I really need you to be very picky, very very picky with my vocabulary and pronunciation. Like I want you to make me dislike you.
All right. Um, that's an interesting way to
Requ-
measure. Uh, yeah. Okay. I understand that.
Thank
So
you.
vocab and pronunciation. Vocab, you're aiming for.
Precision and accuracy.
All right.
Not so much. I mean, if you find a better word that conveys what I'm trying to say, that's perfect. If not,
Mhm.
the whichever word would be using. You just okay, no, that word is not accurate, or you need a better one, or you need to pronounce it. I don't know.
Okay.
Because let me give you a brief summary before I start making breakfast.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Uh, we have to move.
Yes, you do.
We
And I'm
met.
sorry about that.
No, but it doesn't necessarily is a bad thing. We needed that notch to
Okay. All right.
decide. We met with Dave and Ina, the 80-year-old guy and
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
wife.
Oh, he's
It was
80.
yes. Uh, I'm still trying decipher
Okay, yeah.
decipher what was that about. My takeaways are that my professor put a very good word for me, like with
Hmm.
very high standards.
Okay. So he put in a good word
He
for
put
you.
in a very good word for me with very high standards.
Okay.
I think that I left the meeting still with the expectations open. So
Hmm.
not I might not I might not have met those standards, but I didn't decrease them or diminish them. No, or lower
You
them.
lower them. That
I
you
didn't
lower
lower them.
or raise standards.
Um, but then he started stalking me by SMS. But like let me share my screen with you, and I will show you that I'm not kidding.
All right. Do you
Husband.
are you do you interpret that as a successful meeting?
Uh, I don't know. Anna says
Uh-huh.
um, you should uh, okay. Let me know. Should I increase the font or decrease so you have more?
Oh, no, I think that was perfect. Mm, all right. There it is. Oh, actually, I can zoom in if I wanted to, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so
All
let
right.
me
That's
know when you
perfect.
need me to scroll.
So, hi, Dave. Okay, so you're in blue, and he asks, what thoughts did you and Anna have on Ina's cottage industry idea? Hmm.
Obviously,
Uh,
it is my intellectual output with the assistance of ChatGPT.
mhm. Blah, blah, blah. So we haven't had a chance, but most of our discussion have revolved around. We'd love to meet again. All right, good. You shared so many stories. Yesterday, after we said goodbye, we focused on continuing our search for a place to move on while also keeping a close eye on the situation following the little incident with our son. Um, all right, that said, off the top of our heads and subject to a more detailed analysis, here are our initial thoughts. Idea seems promising as the potential earnings in the Canadian market could significantly improve the financial of those involved. Okay. However, beyond teaching the business model, it's important to address the logistical aspects of exporting, the specifics of market access, and to evaluate the direct impact on the artisans. While the concept has potential, a deeper understanding is necessary to fully assess its feasibility and long-term benefit. We'd also love to know how we could contribute to this initiative as the next opportunity we have to talk and explore these points further. Hmm. Okay, so
Let
oh,
me know when you finish so I can continue with
uh-huh.
my breakfast.
All right. Ian and I, since we had lunch, have been trying to figure out ourselves to include you too. Let me ask, how might you help? Could you give me your thoughts and also Anna's? As I said at lunch, Ina is very interested in working with moms. I think I saw mommy somewhere in your prior correspondence. Okay. I'm going to send you something Derek just sent me. Said here, this is from Derek. What do you think, Dave? David, use a few sentences that describe the potential services that we could provide, possibly through Teledit. Brokering the relationship between students and graduates of graduate PR programs in BC who are looking for meaningful thesis projects, and work opportunities, and First Nations who are looking for capacity and talent for Indigenous-led initiatives and challenges. Benefits to the student. Pro- providing these students providing these students, many of whom have significant skills and experience, with meaningful and applied first-hand learning experience working with First Nation clients for projects of significance. Mm, okay.
Okay, should I? Oh,
No, almost, yeah. Participating in First Nations resumes.
it is hard to understand. I don't know how they, what kind of command of language they have, but it was hard for me to understand.
Well, there's this one particular section where I think they started off with an idea, but then didn't really finish it. Like the very first one in the
Uh-huh.
second to last paragraph. But all right, it just throws you off just a bit. Participating students can reference these experiences in their resumes. They also have the opportunity to showcase their skills to all those involved in these projects, which, in the addition to the First Nation, often includes other government and non-government agencies. Students, in addition to learning more about environmental management and land use, are provided with an opportunity to develop important intercultural skill vital to meeting government commitments to TRIPA and reconciliation. Participating international students are well positioned as they generally very respectful and naturally curious about their newly adopted country. They also are generally driven to succeed, having taken significant initiative to leave their country, often with their young families, to pursue studies abroad and potentially achieve Currently, participating students are getting this experience through one course at RRU. When they complete the program, they get a degree and the ability to stay on in Canada to secure PR status, though I'm unclear what the exact requirements are. Benefits to First Nations. Provide nations and their communities with additional capacity to tackle systemic. Students can act as a vehicle to challenge and question existing systems, asking questions, presenting potential approaches in ways that the First Nations may not be able. The effect of having students focus and energy on a situation can increase a nation's capacity and ability to attract the attention of government agencies. Most First Nations do not have the capacity to coordinate or manage this kind of activity. Okay. Uh, this is Derek. What do you think, Dave? Okay. All right. So here I
Okay, let
spoke
me.
to a good friend on Pender. Uh, Don Pedden, PhD, was done work.
Oh,
One
sorry,
that I
sorry.
think you.
There. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He and his wife are interested in meeting you and would like to discuss the idea of restorative justice and indigenous circle consultative circles as an effective communication platform to bring companies to the idea of environmental governance. Okay. Um, okay, so this is a response to that one. Thank you. Thank you for your message. We're eager to collaborate and contribute. However, as immigrants, our current circumstances come with certain time constraints. I need to keep working. I must prioritize completing my master's degree. Additionally, we're currently in the process of moving. The place we'll be relocating to is unfurnished. This means we'll likely need the month of February to settle in and take care of everything required to make it livable. That said, during the hours when our kids are at school, I can dedicate some time to other activities, though this is also when I handle household responsibilities and work on my thesis. We're happy to help within these limitations and explore how we can contribute meaningfully. Regarding mommy, I found to save on my phone for voice commands. Kids hear me say call mommy or send message to mommy, then I'm referring to their mom. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Take care of family first. We understand your time constraints and we're leaving and we're leaving for the month of February to Baja. So we will assume March is our next meeting, Dave. Okay, Sergio, could you provide Ina the answers to the questions you raise? A ver, could you provide Ina the answers to the questions you raise below,
So he
Dave?
wants me to answer my own questions. So
Okay,
I'm
okay.
asking you, and you want me to provide you with the answers. But an important thing to give you is that he's a show-off guy.
Uh-huh.
That
He's a show
he
off that you can use
show
that
off.
as a noun, so you don't
She's
have
a
to use guy.
okay. He's a show-off that likes to brag,
Okay,
and
okay.
she's the puppeteer master.
He's the
She is the puppeteer master. So he's like
oh,
the guy who knows people, and he. So let
okay,
me give
okay.
you an example. He told me that before Bill Gates was who he is,
Uh-huh.
he was the one who first got him some money, like $18,000 or something like that, to 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 I can't even remember because he told many stories. But can
Uh-huh.
you imagine someone telling you that I back in time
Mm-hmm.
I was the kind of person that helped a little guy that was in his garage, and
Right.
who was later known as Bill Gates. So
Mm-hmm.
that gives you a sense of
Okay, okay.
the person we are talking about. Or am I
o-
wrong?
um, no, I
Am I
mean,
misinterpreting or misreading
no.
it?
I think I think people tend to I think people tend to become more people's personality tend to concentrate more the older they get. So I think he has less filters than he might have had uh, at a younger age. Mm, cool story though. I sponsored this brat.
Yes, no, no,
Uh,
absolutely. It's a cool story if you want to. I need to say it in Spanish. Para si eres a pantalla pendejos,
mm,
but I don't mean to brag, but he's not someone that's gonna uh, apantallarme.
mhm, mhm. Right.
So, o sea, but well, anyway. Um, so
Okay.
that
Okay.
that gave me some pulse of who this guy was, and I've worked with very powerful old people, and
Hmm.
their ego is um, how do you say uh, it's not blinding, it's overwhelming.
Okay.
Their ego
Hmm.
tends to
Hmm.
be overwhelming, and I feel that this guy is it used to be on the action. He's old, he has money, has nothing to do,
Uh-huh.
and now he just wants to still who remain active. How do you say current, vigente?
Yeah. Current. Uh,
Current in
to
action,
stay current, right?
to
Hmm.
stay current, and he wants me to be his puppet,
Okay.
which I don't mind to a certain extent. I
Hmm.
need it because he has many connections and I have none. I'm building from the scratch, so it
Yeah.
doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Hmm.
But I need to set some boundaries. I cannot
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
be like, oh yes, yes, master. Oh, thank you, master. You know, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So let me continue. You think that was all?
Oh
No, no,
no.
my dear friend. Where did you long-term benefits?
No, I think your first response there. I mean, let
I'm
me
looking
raise.
forward to your thoughts.
Uh-huh.
Okay, take care family first,
Yeah, and then
and then you read this the John
uh-huh. So now your response, like, thank you for sharing Derek's proposal.
So here,
Uh, yes, yes, right
you
there.
already read there.
No, no,
You
no.
no, okay.
I haven't seen that yet. Uh-huh. Okay, so he fed you back your question. Is Ina his wife?
It's his
I
wife.
think I
His
missed
wife.
that detail. Okay.
Yes, his wife. So could you
Um,
provide in the answers? Okay.
to your own
Say
questions, yeah. Mhm.
I know, but first, I'm first
Replying
respond
to,
to this.
yeah.
So
Uh-huh,
step by
uh-huh.
step,
Okay.
and then you can continue with the other one.
Okay. That is, yeah, that's a response to Derek. I mean, for Dave. Thank you for sharing Derek's proposal. I found the initiative both fascinating and commendable. All right, nice. Particularly in its potential to align student skills with the capacity building needs of First Nations. Governance, as mentioned, is an area I'm deeply interested in as it represents the virtuous side of politics in fostering meaningful collaboration and systematic change. All right, governance. Okay. Benefit to students. The outlined benefits are clear and valuable, especially in terms of, uh-huh. That said, from my experience, many students approach programs like mine as part of broader migration strategies, often prioritizing permanent residency over deeper academic or professional engagement. This initiative has the potential to shift that perspective by emphasizing tangible applied opportunities that resonate with both personal and professional goals. Okay, benefits to First Nations, the ability of students to bring fresh perspectives and focus to systemic systemic issues is a great strength. However, it's important to ensure that First Nations are not burdened with managing these activities, mhm, and the program truly aligns with their priorities. Okay. Job market uncertainty. For many of us, uncertainty is a major challenge. For many of us, uncertainty is a major challenge. Opportunities like this can help address that by providing meaningful pathways to workforce integration. Personally, this initiative aligns well with my goals: academic, professional, personal, and migratory. Migratory. And I see it as a natural fit. In summary, the proposal has significant potential to address critical needs for students and First Nations alike. The challenge will be ensuring alignment with the individual projects and circumstances of those involved. Sergio, I can see why Derek is impressed with your abilities. I'm glad to hear Derek's ideas fit with your needs and skills. I'm gradually narrowing down where we can help you and benefit each other. Okay. Derek
Do
has
you
also
think
mentioned,
that was that impressive as to say that, or he's just trying to
well,
how do you say endulzarme el oído? ¿Cómo se dice? Ajá, en inglés.
um,
When you want just to
yeah,
¿cómo se
I don't
dice?
know if I don't know if people say sweet talk. Sweet
He might
talk.
be sweet talking.
Yeah, a sweet talker is someone who uses flattering words to persuade others to do or believe
Sweet
something.
talking. That sweet
Yeah,
talking.
yeah. So, you're thinking he might be sweet talking with that.
Yes.
I'm impressed with your abilities. Well,
I mean that wasn't that wow an answer.
well,
That wow
I
of
don't
an
know.
answer.
I don't know because it could be also it could be quite um I'm not sure. But someone with his type of personality may have like a type of cyclical knowledge where if you say something that he already thinks, he'll recognize you for that because he's recognizing his own ideas. So if he has a certain type of idea or plan set out for you, and you basically read his mind, then he'll definitely pat you on the back for that. So I'm not
Okay.
sure if because the thing is, I'm not. Also, um, also, I am. May I say that I am? I'm pampered with seeing your own skills in action, even behind the scenes. So I'm probably not the best person to ask if
What
something you
is
did
some
was impressive or not.
pampered?
No, pampered.
What is that?
Hmm. You know the brand, right? The diaper brand,
Yes, yes.
Pampers. Because that means to treat something delicately. Pamper is to consentir. Yeah.
Uh, but sorry, I don't understand what you were trying to say.
Okay, okay. So what I was saying is that I have the privilege of seeing you work.
Yeah,
So
no.
I'm probably the most biased person for you to ask if something you did or not was impressive.
Okay.
Um, so Derek is impressive.
I really appreciate you saying that because I been feeling very insecure of myself because and Anna told me last night once
Mhm,
you
mhm,
finish your session,
mhm,
pues
mhm.
dile que sí o que eres pendejo.
Okay.
Like that.
hmm
And I was like, no, I know I'm not pendejo, but uh, I, I know in Spanish, and I really say this because people has told me this, not because I am being petulant.
Okay,
I
yeah.
know in Spanish I might be brilliant, but in English I still feel insecure, and the reason why is because the, as I mentioned, all this content it's mine, but
Mhm, mhm,
I was assisted by AI
mhm.
in order to structure it and deliver it.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I'm in a position where I can't do that, when it's just my language production,
Uh-huh.
I still feel insecure. So when he said that, I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm giving uh, a profile, or I'm depicting a profile of a very clever guy
Okay.
that I might not be able to deliver in a different circumstance in which I don't have access to AI to help me with my language. So that is what makes me feel insecure. Because again, it's not being petulant. I know I'm not stupid. I mean, I'm not a genius, and I am far as smarter as I once have when I was able to do very complex math equations in my mind. I'm getting old. I don't sleep well. I had a sleep apnea, and many of my neurons died while I was not receiving oxygen in my brain. So
Hmm.
I'm more experienced. Maybe I have this perspicacy, but I'm not that smart. I again, I'm not stupid. I'm not that smart, but I do feel insecure because of that. Um, that the I feel constrained by my own language limitations when it comes to to be spontaneous. In this context, I don't care. I just tell ChatGPT, okay, this, and that, organize it, and boom. And I actually had to fed him the prompt of keep it humble and modest.
Mhm, mhm,
So this is the humble, modest version. Imagine
mhm.
how it might look if I don't do that. So that is why I'm feeling insecure, as if I had this. How do you say? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, yeah. That's what they call it.
Imposter
Yeah.
syndrome,
hmm
which I know I'm not, but when it comes to the language. That is why it is so important for me to keep these sessions. That is why I
hmm
asked you. be as strict as you can possibly be with me because I need to grow that confidence, that self confidence.
Hmm.
Is not about the intelligence, it's about the capability or the ability or the skill or the competence to once I have a very clever or smart or even brilliant uh, idea to propose a strategy or whatever, I can be able to deliver it at the level at which I might be uh, imagine it or elaborating it in my mind. Do you feel me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm following. Well, I mean, to that last point, sure, yeah, I'm on board with that. Um, per per your previous argument, mm, I don't know. Maybe you should go into management or something.
Sorry, give
If
me
you,
give me just one moment,
yeah,
Carlos.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
that's fine.
who.
Okay.
Hi. Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Uh, Fine, thank you. I'm sorry, who am I speaking with?
You've erased my number, have you?
Sorry?
I'm Safa.
Safa, no, I didn't raise your number, but I didn't recognize your voice, and we have always talked by WhatsApp. So maybe you have one number for WhatsApp and another number for phone calls.
Oh yeah, this is my Canadian number.
Ah, okay, okay. No, no, no. How dare you think that I will raise your name, dear Safa? If there's something urgent I can assist you with, I'm your guy. But if not, may I call you back because I'm in a virtual meeting.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk later.
Okay, I'll call you back. Thank you.
No worries.
Bye. He is one of my teammates.
Yeah, I recognize his name. I like his name, I think.
Ah, Mustafa. Ah, yes, you're familiar with. Let me use my headphones again.
Hmm.
Okay, we're back. So sorry, what you were saying?
Um, I was making a joke. If you feel, um, I was making a joke. Yes, if you, that level of what do you call that?
You were saying I should go to management.
Yeah, you should go into management with that level of insecurity. Um,
Why? I didn't get the joke.
well, it's funny because at the same time, it bears some truth. Um, so the analogy is all the use of AI, like the prompting, right? Um, that is the real measurement of a an efficient and effective manager, because what they do in essence is prompt. Mhm. Um, Even the more administrative tasks um, can be either delegated or be made more efficient through technology, um, as it has been for the past, I don't know, 30 years. I mean, since we've all had personal computers at home and in the office. Um, so yeah, um, if you're not like if you feel that your expertise is not to the level where you can be like on the ground floor, like developing or doing something along those lines, um, then maybe those skills are for you to get a group of people, um, like to get all the nerds together and put them to work.
Okay,
Hmm.
but that's a joke.
Hmm.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, that's a joke.
that,
Like
that,
if
that
you
that's not an actual advice.
no, that's not actual advice. Yeah, because your mind would be ill wasted in a management position. Um, so Well, here's the thing. Uh, I guess I understand to a certain degree what you mean by feeling limited with your language skills. Um, I also I also wonder. I mean, what you definitely need to we need to work on then um, is your ability to like your presentation skills and negotiation skills because I believe that that would be your strong suit now that you're working closely with this David guy. Because I think beyond that, a lot of the rest of what you'll need to be doing, you can always support yourself through the written medium. Um, like you, you need to be able to um, be thoroughly convincing um, of these skills which you're showcasing, not showing off, but showcasing. Mm, and I think everything else, I think everything else can always be supported by, mm, like, yeah, by tools, like, and they should be, and they should be, uh, the same way you would, yeah, the same way you would use, slides, visual resources, um, the same way you would
No,
use.
totally. Once I am assigned a task, I know I will deliver. But this uh, this starting first stage are about interviews, you know. So I might be meeting with people. For instance, but there's something else
Huh.
I'm going to share, but we can address that later on. I in one of the places we might be moving,
Okay.
uh, which I should be receiving an answer in while I'm talking with you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I asked the property manager if she was hiring, and she told me, "Oh, send me your resume." So I'm like the perfect guy for the position, and
Mm-hmm.
I will be living there. So for me, it's a win-win deal.
Oh, that would be amazing, actually.
But again, I will be submitted to another interview. And she told me, I am the soft interviewer. The hard interviewer is my boss. And I asked her what kind of hard questions he might ask. And she told me, oh, he might ask you if there's a leak and there's no one, what would you do? And what is he looking what is he looking for an answer? Because
Uh-huh.
I may have some expertise in property management, but I'm not a plumber. And she told me, oh no, he's looking for honesty. And then I asked, so if I honestly tell him if I don't know how to fix something, I will just look it on YouTube and have it fixed. I mean, because that's who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I just see something that can be fixed and find a way to fix it. If it's in my hands,
Uh-huh.
there's no and if there are the conditions are met. I mean, if in order to fix the hunger, the worldwide malnutrition and hunger issue. I mean, I know how to, but I need resources, you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we are talking about uh, property management issues. So, like dealing with tenants, I told her, look, I was a diplomat, so I know how to keep things smooth.
In, yeah.
So I know how to sweet talk. Actually, I said to her, she was struggling with finding a word because she was sharing an anecdote about tenants that could be, and I helped her by telling her sensitive.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Oh, that's a pretty nice word to put it." And I was like, "Dude, English is my second language. You should be the one telling me." But well, anyway, so
Hmm.
I will be submitted to that kind of things. And I know if I have a strong command of the language, uh, I can swing and sway with my words and persuade this or anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if I struggle, if I stutter, they might say, "Oh, look, your profile it's pretty good, but we need people with a very high command of the language because you don't know what you might be dealing with because here we have different profiles and people from international backgrounds. I don't know
Uh-huh.
to avoid any excuse.
Mm-hmm.
But well, we deviate. So where were you? And should I continue with the text,
I
with the
I've
stocking
I've
text?
I've reached the end of this
Okay.
screen now.
So then,
Okay. Uh-huh. So here, you know, I'm interested in you like. Mhm. I'm happy to meet Don and his wife. The concept of using such platforms to engage companies in environmental governance sounds intriguing and aligns with some of my own interests. Okay, yeah. So you're replying back to like a string of messages that he's already sent.
yes, this one you already read, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay. This is
this was a hard
yeah.
a hard one for me.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the one. Okay. Thank you for your message. I'd be happy to provide you with more thoughts with you, but I appreciate what specific aspects would you like me to address. My initial response raised some broader considerations, such as logistics, market access, and direct impact on it. But I want to ensure that my input aligns with you and what you're looking for. If you could let me know what areas are of most interest or priority, I'd be glad to elaborate further. Okay, good. Yeah.
Did I circumvent right that one?
Yeah, because in the end, even if you wanted to like, like ask his a little, um, it would just take you so much time, and you don't really know what he's asking,
Exactly.
or if he actually, or or if that's prompting you for something else, which has nothing to do
To
with the answer to those
see
questions. Yeah,
if I'm stupid enough to to fall.
yeah.
Okay.
No, so that
Uh,
that reply, the reply where you said that I'd love to help, but like, you know, I have tons of things on my plate. I, I like those replies in a way that it provides some natural. Mm, I don't want to call it resistance, but it does give you a feel of a dynamic, right?
mhm.
Because if there is no dynamic, like if it's just like I snap my fingers and you start like drooling, um,
Exact.
that would even for a person of his caliber, like in the sense of his ego, would be off-putting. Like it'd be too easy for him. Um,
Exactly. I need to challenge him so he stays interested, hooked,
mhm.
right?
Yeah, like some sort of intellectual flirting.
Exactly.
All right. So I just wanted to comment on that.
Thank you. Let me,
Let's get back to this.
this is the end of this chain of.
Okay, it certainly sounds like an excellent group to explore. I think that it actually ties in well with the idea I mentioned at the end of our lunch about creating consultancy, knowledge, and collaboration to address initiatives like this. I'd be happy to see how we could shape this collaboration and build on Derek's suggestions together. Let me know what next steps might look like. Okay, I was thinking exactly the same thing. Consultancy. Um, Derek mentions his First Nations nonprofit. First question I have is the legal structure. What's the best economical, sustainable model? A social
I, th- I
enterprise?
I also felt that he was measuring me with this with this.
Uh huh. Well, they do kind of seem they seem like probing questions. Like it's not that it's not that he it feels like he has no need for the information.
It's just testing me. So
Yeah,
probing is another way of saying testing, or
yeah. Probing. Probing has to do with tests that are more physical in nature.
okay.
Um, so there's a sense of being. A ver, there's a sense of intrusiveness when you use the word probe versus like testing. Hmm
In Spanish,
Um,
we say "me está midiendo." What would be the equivalent in order not to say measuring me? Probing,
yeah, I think probing would relay the same sense. Um,
rather instead of testing.
instead of
Probing would be
yeah, I mean, I
okay.
use this because I feel. Hmm, why did I use it? Um, yeah, because I don't know. I mean, I think I'm noticing a pattern, um, and by using probe and not measure or test, um,
Hmm.
I'm trying to say that he's being like exhaustive um, with his like thorough with the way he's doing it. Um, so yeah,
Like but is it fair to assume that he's deliberately doing it to see where I to test me, to probe me, to see
yeah,
if I meet the expectations?
yeah, exactly. Mm, sure, that's what I'm getting from this. Uh,
So
so let's talk about getting Derek and Daniel into the mix. I have an invitation out today, Daniel. As soon as I get a response, I'll be back to you to possibly create a Zoom meeting, whatever Zoom is, he says. All right, that sounds great. I'm on board. I'm excited to see how this consulting is starting to take shape. As for the legal structure, I don't have much expertise in that area, and I imagine none of us in the group has a strong legal background. This seems like a great opportunity for someone who does have that expertise, especially since the spirit of this consultancy or knowledge-based collaboration. Together, people with diverse skills to complement what we lack individually. Let me know when you hear back from Daniel. I'd be happy to join the call. Our attorney is with the oldest legal firm in BC. Of course, he had to say that. He had to mention
exactly,
that.
because
Kim
it
likes.
is highly relevant.
Yeah. Um, okay, so Kim likes the idea of working with RRU. Already does. Okay. He says their immigration work is the largest department.
Why
Okay.
he mentioned immigration work?
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah.
Is he selling it to me like I can put in a good word with a good
Ye-
word for
sure. Yeah.
you about
Mm-hmm.
you with him? So I feel like okay, that's good. This is a test, like training day with Denzel Washington, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
like to feel like that. So let me see what this guy.
Yeah, I
Give
mean,
me one moment.
it can make you feel uncomfortable. On the flip side, though, um, can do you think it'd be too forward to think that he genuinely has an interest in you? I mean, what other reason would he? Because I mean, he
Maybe because he
thinks.
has nothing to do.
Well, that could be. I mean, that's a plausible answer. That's a plausible answer. But of course,
Chingao, se me quemaron las putas.
oh no, um, that's a plausible answer. So, tracing back my thought,
Oh,
um,
so.
yeah, why else would he? It feels like he thinks he's trying to lure you. Um,
Lord me, like my
no,
lord.
no, lure, Lure.
Lure. What is lure?
Lure is to like to attract, uh, to seduce, but in a more mm, in a more basic sense. Like you don't seduce a fish into biting the bait, but you do lure it. You know, the colors,
Like
the
con el
the
anzuelo.
shape. Uh huh. So he's trying to lure you in.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel it. And then I was like, well, buy the ¿cómo se dice el anzuelo?
The bait. The bait.
Buy the bait. And I was like, yes, but I don't want to look like, oh yes, please, please.
Mm-hmm.
Because you will see why I'm saying that. Oh, have you read this?
No, this is
No, this is not that as relevant.
okay.
No, well, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, the other one. Um, yeah. Okay. No, he sent me this.
Is that the meeting, like the Zoom meeting he was talking about?
No.
Okay.
He already.
So when did this all happen? What's the
In
timeline?
one single day.
Oh crap.
In less than an hour. So
It
can
feels
you
like a much
imagine?
longer conversation.
Exactly, like
Maybe he was impressed with just you keeping up with all his bullshit.
exactly, and I don't know if it was wrong. It wasn't a good strategy for me.
Again, I'll have to commend you for I think it's been 3 times now. Because the third one was this last one where you didn't bite the bait and maybe said something far fetched about an area you're not familiar with. So talking about the setting up like the legal structure. So that's the third time where you've played hard to get. Um,
Oh,
like
if you think I played hard to get, you need to read this one. David Howe Montes Farias, David Howe, David Howe. No, okay. Okay, this is the del tal Don. But
uh,
let me see if I can find a larger.
uh, Don is like the PhD guy.
Okay, he introduced me to Don. So
Okay.
Don sent this, and then I replied, I want to show you the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for so Don, this young fellow will test your extensive intellect.
Oh, come on.
Re-
He's not making things any easier for
do
you.
you do you see what I'm talking about? And then is that a good size font size for you?
Yeah, it's
So
perfect. Thank you.
let me move to the table so I can start
Yeah,
eating while you keep reading.
bon appetit. I'm gonna get started
Thank
on
you.
this email. Well,
Let me from the beginning. Okay, there's Sergio. There.
okay. Thank you for your email. Thanks, Dave, for introducing the meeting soon. This morning, our Gulf Island Restorative Justice Program. The members are keen to explore how collaboration we the SGCGACJP will hold a planning meeting. To prepare for this meeting,
Ah, de
we would
su
like to
chingada
present
madre
a
se llevó
short
la
concept
tabasco.
note for a collaborative project. We understand that you would be undertaking master's degree level research. The Southern Gulf Islands, SGI, is a community of more than 6,000 residents scattered over 5 larger islands and numerous smaller ones. The population has been growing faster than Great Victoria as a whole, Greater Victoria, but faces many internal and external challenges in creating a sustainable and resilient future for not only resident human beings, but for all the species that make up its incredibly rich biodiversity. This area has active involvement of multiple levels and branches for government. Is home to a unique national park and is located within a complex ecosystem known as the Salish Sea. An international boundary splits the Salish Sea into two independent managed units. Even the ferry connecting those two parts of the large ecosystem terminated services during COVID-19. Okay. The future of SGI in the larger Salish Sea requires widespread collaboration. What institutional arrangements are needed to bring this about? So he's just like dumping the problem into this email to see what he can
Mm-hmm.
get.
Mm-hmm.
What is the role of non-governmental organizations in this region? What would be practical for a master's degree research project? Okay, a ver otra vez. What institutional arrangements are needed to bring this about? What is the role of non-governmental organizations? Okay, so many other questions can be asked. Okay, I'm aware that globally, this Sergio is how you develop C2. Like you you get yourself in a boat with people smarter than you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware that globally there has been considerable research on this concept of small resilient island networks. Okay, okay. Maybe there's lessons to be learned from around planet Earth that can benefit the lands and people in the SGIs or wider Salish Sea. The SGI CGAP could play a significant role in bringing diverse parties together with the intent to bring about a clearer vision. What can be done to ensure? A ver, otra vez. Could play a significant role and well-being of everyone, including diverse indigenous communities. Okay, much more could be said, but my guess is that within the foregoing thoughts, nice, there is room to carve out a meaningful master's research project. The ESGA CGP would want to incorporate the circle process of consultation in this research. Any future research would need to incorporate programs that meet appropriate and required ethical standards. So if you have any of the foregoing thoughts make sense and are of interest, please give me a call and we can discuss. I may be in the Victoria area on 13th of January, but I don't know your schedule. I can be reached at my home number, but alternatively, I could call you if you send me your phone number. It might also be valuable to have Dave Howe join us. If Dave Howe is David,
Mm-hmm.
or is that someone else?
The one that wants to touch my butt.
Yeah, probably. A little bit of tickling, at least. I anticipate that another member of the SGICGAP will join us when we get together. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Oh, wow. This was sent on.
Yesterday.
All right.
No, on Monday.
On Monday, yeah.
I reply this.
Oh yeah. Dear Don, thank you for your email and considering me in such an exciting initiative. I also want to extend my gratitude today to have the kind introduction for connecting us. My apologies for the delay in getting back to you, and I appreciate your patience. The ideas you shared are fascinating, and I can see how they align with some of my interests, particularly in governance and collaborative approaches to addressing complex challenges. I'd be happy to connect on January 13th, and I'm available at whatever time works best for you that day. Please let me know your preference, and I look forward to our conversation. Okay. And this is David. Okay. Once you have met with Don and developed the game plan, could you write it out for Ina and I so that we can put it up on the Green Angels site so you get exposure to all the people who know us? If you set up a visit to Pender, let me know as I will introduce you to our friend that has sold his 5 billion investment fund and retired on this Pender. Típico de Dave.
God, that's so Dave.
That's so Dave of him. So Dave of
All
him
right.
to do that.
What was the point of saying that?
I don't know. I love how if he needs to send you one line, he'll add an additional line just to remind you of who he is.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Then I reply, I was very careful. It took me like an hour.
All right. Well, I mean, it's funny because it's a very thin line that you're traversing. Um, like each message sent
Like a
is a
chess
gamble.
match.
Yeah, I was gonna say a gamble, but I like your analogy better. It's a chess message. Yeah, yeah. Um, so an hour well spent. All right, let's have a look at this. Hi, Dave. Thank you for your message. After meeting with Dawn, I'll be glad to share the takeaways with you and Nina. It'll be a great opportunity to discuss them and explore what can be built
So
from there.
I'm not your bitch. I won't draft you a plan.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I will be glad to share, not to inform you,
mm-hmm.
and I will be glad to discuss it and explore it, what can be
Mm-hmm.
built. So I'm
Okay,
not
good.
doing you anything. Do you get the sense what I was trying
Yeah,
to
yeah,
convey?
yeah, yeah. I mean, more so if he's gonna take it to public exposure.
Which
Uh,
no one visit their page.
Green Angels, did he say, or something like that?
Mm-hmm. Take a look. That is where Anna told me, you just say yes. Are you pendejo or what? And I was, it's not about that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
now
yeah.
you get that it's not about that.
Yeah, and it's not about that. It's also about it's also about the it's also about running the marathon, not just like sprinting
It's
away.
branding away. Exactly.
Yeah. Um. All right. So, uh-huh. So yeah. Again, I like how you're playing your match here. Regarding the trip to Pender Island, I appreciate the offer. If I'm able to make the necessary arrangement, it would be a wonderful opportunity to get with your friend. Um, I truly enjoy learning through meaningful conversations. Okay, very nice way to close.
Oh,
Uh,
it's not like, oh yes, yes, please.
uh-huh,
I want to meet your billionaire friend,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yes. Mm, with your friend, yes, exactly. Like not acknowledging him, but um, not making much of like this off comment.
Sí, porque just because anyone could have said, "Oh, 5 million. This guy has money. Oh yes, yes. I want to meet him right away. I will be there this weekend."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
And Anna told me,
Put
mm,
me on a boat.
mm, "Can you imagine if any of your classmates were offered this?" Yes, they will put their panties on their ankles, which is what this guy is trying to make me do.
He's probably used to that.
Yes, exactly.
Again, the analogy with flirting. So he's probably used to just getting like snapping his fingers and getting people on their knees, right?
Exactly.
Figuratively speaking, hopefully. Now, this seems like a fair challenge. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, is
But I
this
just
is this the very last? Is this where is am I completely up to speed, or has it
oh
been
yes, I haven't received any reply. This reply was sent this morning, and I just realized that I haven't sent Dawn my phone number. So now that I'm with you, if I may, before I start
Yeah.
doing the dishes, and then you can help me.
Go
Uh,
ahead.
like a follow up. Sorry, I just realized I didn't share
Mhm.
my apologies. Okay, give me just one moment.
Go ahead.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
let me switch to the computer so I can share my screen, and then
Yeah.
I'll switch back to
Yeah.
the iPad so I can do the dishes.
Sure. Let me do something in the meantime.
Absolutely.
I've I don't like that it puts you in the waiting room, so I'm gonna remove that from your session, so
Okay.
you can log in without me having. So it never
Mm,
happens again that you're just waiting there.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah. It's on
Oh,
by
and
default, and it makes
I am
sense.
VIP now.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense for me in most situations, but it doesn't make any sense anymore. Based on how we're working, it's just like it makes things harder for the both of us. So while you're doing that, I'm just gonna go to settings on Zoom. Uh, no, I'm actually going into your links. Huh. Hmm. All right.
Uh,
So how do you see this all playing out? Um,
uh, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but I if at some point I have to show my cards, which I feel like I already did, but if at some point I have to show my cards, like, okay, what is your take on all this?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
I want my PhD in political science in UVic.
mm-hmm,
So if you have to make a call, if you have to pull strings,
mm-hmm,
you can get me a supervisor that is willing to put a word with me. I have everything else. I have it. I have a GPA over 4,
mm-hmm,
which I just came to realize like it's a big deal because normally the GPA 3 and above is good.
mm-hmm.
My GPA
Okay,
is
okay.
4.11. It's about 4.
Mm-hmm,
I know I will get my thesis done. I know I will get the recommendation letters at least from my supervisor and maybe another Derek, my previous professor. So those requirements are met. My challenge now is to my immediate challenge, assuming I have finished the program,
mm-hmm.
is finding a supervisor at Ubik that is willing to supervise me to
Yeah, to take you in.
okay, I will supervise this guy. But then that's my thesis topic is so that I am admitted because I will be applying as an international student because I still don't have the permanent residence.
Mm-hmm,
So that will be like my goal because I thought about it and I was like, oh, maybe job, maybe no, no. It seems very, how do you say, very mundane, very
okay. Mm-hmm,
mundane, very like I'm just uh I'm just ¿cómo se dice en español? It's not prostituyendo. It's like I'm not but see, I'm not prostitute. I don't know how to say prostituyendo for a job. It's like okay, no, I'm building a profile. I'm building connections. I'm building the path towards a future. It's not
mm-hmm,
just about getting a job, which maybe at some point I will need it. But in this journey,
mm-hmm.
I I have to, I must know, get to know someone that at some point will be able to put in a good word for me to get in a job. But at this moment, my main goal is the PhD.
Yeah.
So if they
Well,
ask me,
yeah, 100%. I mean, you've very quickly, I mean, in a matter of weeks, right? Like drawn a very interesting path towards those connections. Um, I mean, it was just probably the final week before the break when you showed me that initial string of emails that led you towards Dave. Um, so, I mean, imagine what can take place as soon as you have your meeting with Dawn and you follow up with Dave, and then he takes you on
Mhm.
what he probably feels is like private cruise to Epstein Island. I don't know. 20 billion.
Pinche Carlos.
I mean,
Look, I'm going to introduce you to P. Diddy.
P. Diddy. Oh my God. Yeah. Um, so imagine the people you'll be meeting in a month, right?
Well,
You know,
hopefully.
besides P. Diddy.
Mm. But you were saying. I'm just sharing the screen to draft the
Yeah, yeah.
email.
No,
But
no, no. Sure. I mean, um, that I was just replicating to your end game, right? Like to getting to the PhD and how to get there. Connections being like a key element to that. So I think you're absolutely on the right track. I mean, for lack of more experience, I would say you're blazing through the path. So so yeah, I mean, kudos to you.
what is kudos?
Like praise, like honor to you.
Ah, thank you.
Um, yeah, it's just like more informal, I guess. Mm. Um, so I'll throw in my 2 cents from the perspective of a language tutor. Um,
Okay.
you're you're engaging in a very complex feedback system where you're training yourself um, by being exposed to these very intricate responses aided by ChatGPT. And I'll give you like a very concrete example. Um, if you have to train a student for a writing test and you don't have much time, you have that student read tons and tons of writing answers, you know, at well, at the band a band higher than what their goal is. So that saves the time of writing and feedback and correcting and all that because you're being trained to replicate a certain model. So I'm trying to say that in a way, just realize or just make a bit more conscious that this is actually aiding in your learning. So this is not a crutch. Um, if you're spending the right amount of time, like even when you hit send and you go back and read the string of emails, um, that type of reflective practice, even if you're not doing it for language study, is actually helping you um, with your language study.
You say this word, right?
Yeah, crutch. Yeah, I said it's not a crutch. It's actually you aiding in your development.
Okay. Crutch would be like a ferula?
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, more metaphorically speaking, like
No, no, I know it was metaphorical, but so it's not. How do you say muletas?
yeah, muletas. Oh no, sorry, muletas are crutch. No,
Ah,
ferula would be something else then.
okay. Now I get the metaphor because that is why I was confusing with the metaphor.
Okay,
Chocolate
no,
de
it would be
muleta.
muletas. Muletas.
Okay, not férula. Okay,
No, no,
sorry.
no.
I just wanted to get the full idea what you were saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm very attentive of what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was just reading the proposed
We
response.
will address that in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Um,
Oh, well, let's send the email so we can continue. Okay, the last email was okay. Let's meet further to my earlier email. I want to provide my phone number as you can request. You can reach. Oh, oh, yes, yes, yes. Since he did provided me with his and asked for mine, and I did not share it.
mm-hmm.
How do you see? Okay,
Juton, I realized I overlooked. Yes, overlooked. Realized to show passage of time, but it's been like a day, right? Less than a day.
yesterday, yes.
Okay, my apologies for that oversight. Okay, nice. You can reach me at. I remain available to meet. Da, da, da. Thank you again for your patience. Yeah, sure. Very nice.
Short of
Short and sweet. Mm-hmm. Your phone number.
but now I'm realizing that Dave es un viejo lobo de mar. I know how to say it in English. I'm very colmilludo. Look here. He never signs like this. So he's showing me
Okay.
that he asked for my phone number and I didn't send it that he did.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
he might be
Interesting.
smarter than I thought. I
He's a
mean,
sly.
obviously,
He's a sly fox.
how do you say that?
Sorry.
He's a fox, you said?
He's a sly fox. Yeah.
Like a viejo lobo de mar,
Yeah,
colmilludo?
yeah, exactly. Yes. Hmm.
Sly fox.
Sly. Hmm.
And how do you say le retuerce el colmillo or an equivalency?
Um, could you explain a bit more what you mean by le retuerce?
Ah, are you not familiar with that phrase?
No, I think
Oh,
I get the concept of tener colmillo.
if someone is very colmilludo.
Hmm.
His canine tooth, is
Hmm.
that correct? Colmillo?
Canine. Canine.
Canine tooth. It's so long that it has twisted around like a swirl.
Oh wow.
So we say le retuerce el colmillo, or
Oh, I see.
or
Okay.
sometimes his canine tooth is so long that
It
it
comes
it,
back
it
and
falls
bites
to
him.
the
Yeah.
table.
Interesting.
So if the closest equivalent C or equivalent
Uh-huh.
phrase in English is a sly fox would be.
So, yeah, sly fox. Um, a sly fox is it's almost like an archetype. Um, like it embodies the characteristics of someone that you might use in storytelling, whether it's a movie or novel. Um, this person is mm, so, and the reason I said Sly Fox is because you said that he might be smarter than you think. Um, what's interesting about this concept is that it's not the intelligence, but what we can better call cleverness, um, which is not exactly the same. Mm, um, Another adjective for that is cunning. Have you ever heard of cunning before?
Yes, but I'm not quite familiar.
Uh huh. Um, well, yeah, cunning is a person that. So this person might not be a mastermind, not have like the intellect for that,
Hmm.
but this person can still be like one step ahead of you, right?
Hmm.
Um, so cunning refers to that type of perspicacy, right? Um, of having a certain level of awareness, having a clear vision of what they want in their selfishness, and finding ways to make people work towards those goals for them.
Cunning. I like that word. I wasn't
Yeah,
familiar.
cunning and cunning and
Huh? Where are you? I lost you. Carlos, talk to me. Oh, here
yeah,
you
yeah.
are.
I'm right here.
I know what I stop sharing. Okay, there you are.
All right, there it is.
Okay. So you were
Um,
feedbacking me because are you leaving in half an hour?
yeah, at 4. Yeah, at 4.
Well, okay, so you were feedbacking me, and then we need to talk about money. Show me the money, and about uh,
Show me the money.
yes,
Um,
I need
yeah,
to
yeah.
pay you, and I think the schedule is the same as you mentioned until it was hard for me to understand it, but at the end it's like okay, Mondays and Tuesdays from 12 to 2.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh,
Okay. Yeah. So the problem is my
if you can
schedule's
share
still the
your
same.
screen,
Yeah,
or should I
I'm
share
loading up.
mine?
Um, yeah. If you want to, I mean, you've already
Okay, let me
you said
open
you
it.
figured it out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So my schedule's basically the same. There hasn't been like much change, really, from what we were working. So firstly, I organized it for myself to have like a clear vision, but then I realized that I wasn't sharing this with anyone else, but you. So I just renamed the document, so it's like it's our document.
Thank you. And I
So
you made this, so I have to. We will be doing the same. You will share with me the link so I can pay you this for this
yeah,
month.
yeah,
Okay.
uh, yeah, I'll just no, no, no. How did we do
Whenever
it
you
last
have
time?
time, don't worry.
No, yeah, I
Uh,
was just thinking I needed the thingamajig, but no, I just load up the app. Okay, yeah.
November, December. Okay, we are here, January. Okay, great. So then, FaceTime starting. Okay. So on Monday from my 12 is okay.
Hmm.
Here, no, but here is my 7 a.m. So no. Mm,
mm,
ideally,
yeah.
ideally, um, once you start cleaning your schedule,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
I think that I'm hesitating here because if at some point we are addressing cell pip, I need to be like in the computer and I can do it on my own. The
Sure.
difference between me and Anna is that I can do it on my own. So no, the point is that if we're going to be more conversational,
Hmm.
so I can work out.
Uh huh. Yeah.
mm, Ideally, if you at some point are able, Bridgestone disponible en mayo, okay, not still, well, but it's the closest one. So this and this. Mm,
Hmm. Like having Yeah, I mean, carry on. What is your ideal schedule? And
So ideal for me is either from 9, I'm talking about my time, just
your
at
9. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
9 to 11,
9 to
or
11 on
or
Saturday. Uh-huh.
an ideal would be from my 2:30 to my 4:30.
2:30,
Your
4:30,
4:30 to 6:30. However,
4:30,
I need
6:30.
to be aware of your this color, which I confuse. Ocupado privado is this one.
Mm-hmm.
So my 2:30 would be your 4:30. So this is
Bridgestone, yeah, it's Bridgestone.
Bridgestone. Bridgestone.
And that will be free. I mean, those two slots, th- literally those two slots that you've mentioned,
Hmm?
are the ones that are busy on Mondays and Wednesdays, which will both be free in May.
Okay, so we can wait till May. So basically, we are on the same schedule, the green one,
The green
and
one is still the same schedule.
we just need to figure out if we can, if you can still do it on Fridays.
Probably earlier than I did before, which may, I don't know if that coincides with
9 to 11 would be ideal.
your
This
9 and to 11 thing.
do you
Does that
think
make
that
sense?
yes? Would this work for you?
Yeah, I'm reorganizing my whole schedule. So I think I might start meeting my mom on Saturdays.
Oh, that's nice.
Uh-huh. Because
But the point,
I won't be
oh,
able
no,
to
sorry,
fit
sorry.
everything in on Fridays.
No, the point of me is the following.
Yeah, okay.
Ideally from 9 to 11,
Uh-huh.
because I can walk while talking with you.
Yeah, exactly. You get your
Ideally
exercise in.
from 2:30 to 4:30 because it's the time my day ends at 4:30 because of my children.
Mm-hmm.
However, if by any chance the universe conspire in my favor, is that
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah, yeah. 100%. Everything was right.
My favor. And if I get the property management job
Position. Yeah.
position, I think my schedule would be from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sorry, to 7 p.m.
2 to 7.
Oh. Which means that my day will end at 2. So while we figure that out, I just want to share that with you so we both have it on our uh how do you say
Radar.
radar.
Yeah.
But from the time being, we keep this same schedule, including now Friday from 9 to 11. As as time slots became available for you, I
Yes.
would ideally I would love to switch either for the 9 to 11 or the 2:30 to 4:30 so I can make the most out of the rest of the day.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense to me.
If I get the job, uh I would love to make it either from keep it from 9 to 11 or from 12 to 2. So I know that I mean, it's more efficient for me to do it from 9 to 11 because I know I can walk with you. But
Sure. Yeah.
I can even walk the 2 hours while talking with you,
Hmm.
or 90 minutes, and then you can go with me in the car. So the point is that we can keep it purely conversational,
Uh-huh.
some just for fun, some more pedagogic.
Hmm.
But if I need to, no, because my production is not with you. You can assign me things to do by myself. So no, definitely, I think that. 9 to 11 would, so I mean, so you can, if at some point you can, how do you say, spare that time for me or block that time for me if that
Yeah.
works with you. So as
Febrero.
as time goes by, we can settle that schedule for us. So I
Hmm.
know that I'm walking, I'm with Carlos. So while my brain is oxygenating, I may get even more creative with our
Okay.
philosophical
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah.
But then, uh, but to make the most out of that, I would love to kindly beg you, if even in the just for fun, correct me,
Yeah,
please.
I can do that 100%. Yeah.
And so I think that that would work better for us. And if things change, I will let you know. Obviously, you will let me know. But for the time being, let's
Sure.
keep the schedule. Uh,
Yeah. The soonest, I
huh?
mean, thinking that things are conspiring in your favor, they're just materializing. The soonest you might get that job is March, is it? Or
Well, I don't know because the property manager told me this morning that
uh-huh.
she will have a meeting with his boss, with her boss,
Yep.
today at noon. So I'm not sure about the job, but if I move,
That
if
would be
if we move, actually, um, she told me, okay, you might be able to move on January the 24th. When you say the number of the month, you have to say that fourth.
yeah, the th ending, yeah.
Okay.
January the
So
24th.
today she told me that she hasn't received any update from the current tenants.
Hmm.
So she's not sure if I will be able to move on officially on February the 1st, because she told me you can pay February the 1st, but we can give you a 1 week free so you can move. So
Mm,
she told me, I'm
fantastic.
still not sure if your application is accepted.
Hmm.
I still need to be able to let you know whether you will be moving in on February the 1st or March 1st. I told her I'm in no rush. That's fine. The problem is that since I'm not working, they I thought they had rejected us. That is why I went directly physically
Mm.
there this
Good
morning
thinking. Yeah.
to ask them, hey, was I rejected because I'm not working? And they were like, no, you're not rejected, but we do need proof that you can afford this place. And I was like, it's not a palace. The it's a almost a basement.
Hmm.
And they were like, well, yes, but the only one working is your wife. And I was like, yes, but I told you I receive income from Mexico, not from Canada. And they were like, we need bank statements. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you my bank statement, but are you sure that's everything you know? I can have in the application it said guarantor, but I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
guarantee.
Oh, guarantee. The just the or ending makes it a person, because guarantee would be like you sign your car in case you don't make payments. Um,
Okay,
but
so
a
I told
guarantor is an actual person
ask
that say,
for a
well, if he can't make
guarantor
payments,
in the application, and
hmm.
she was like, ah, yes, but we don't in the building you are trying to move in, we don't take guarantors.
Huh, okay.
Okay,
So
I'm
okay.
okay, but are you aware that my bank statements would be in Spanish? Oh, no, no, we're aware. Are you sure? No, no, yes, I'm sure. Okay. So I I sent. Oh, let me show you the email. I hope it didn't look too mamon.
Hmm. Well, I mean, um, it's just like a persuasive. It's not
You can take
strategy.
a
I'm
look.
looking for another word. Well, actually, I can't. I'm still
Oh,
like on Safari.
no.
Yes, I can see this. Um, is provided solely for the purpose. Okay. Yeah. In relation to the tenancy, blah blah blah. This is for any disclosure used for any purpose in assessing the application for tenancy. Strictly prohibited. The recipients are responsible. Yeah. If you're not one of the intended recipients, please notify the sender immediately securely so that accessing or using that you're respecting my privacy. Yeah, 100%. Um,
So
no, I mean it
we
just
have.
shows that you're not like the average Joe. Just the problem is, Sergio, I
Mhm.
believe, from my limited point of view, is that um, there is a certain bias. Um,
Towards
like,
immigrant people.
yeah, exactly. So
Ab-
you're just fighting on the, you know, on the same playing field. Like say, okay, so these are my what's the word I'm looking for? Restrictions, no rules,
Conditions.
conditions. Yeah, these are my conditions. Okay.
I felt like that, but it was because we are immigrants. So, but well, let's see how it goes. But because I felt that this email could be like a flip coin. So either they think, oh, what a douche. Who no, nobody cares about your bank statement. You
Uh-huh.
uh close to homeless immigrant second class citizen, or
Uh-huh.
or okay, this guy is asking for a job with us, and look the level of formality that he shows just for sharing one bank statement.
Uh-huh. No, yeah, sure. I could, as you do one thing, you do everything. So I hopefully causes a good impression. Are any of these three people someone that has that decision making power, like for hiring
Yes,
you?
Jillian is the one I will be. So she works until 2 p.m.
Hmm.
So the position that it's to be, it's to be open, or it's to be, or might be open. It's to fill her in from 2 p.m. onwards.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Jesse is a local property manager,
Yeah.
the person to whom I spoke to, and the one who told me, "Oh, send me your resume." And
Uh-huh.
Doug Lepan is the senior manager, Jesse's boss, with whom Jesse will be meeting today, or had already met
Uh-huh.
at noon. Jessie told me that she was going to show him my resume today, but and the bank statement, but I decided to send him directly the bank statement to show off this, just to, maybe I don't know, it was a blind shot. Maybe he says, "Oh, what a douche," or, "Oh, okay, so this is the guy." Oh, well, if he was mm, thoughtful enough to send me this email, he might be someone
Yeah.
worth
Yeah.
hiring.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for that second thought. I'm gonna go for that second thought.
Let me stop
Mm,
sharing so we can, because it gets very, very slow, the computer, when I sharing. Uh,
does it? Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know how to stop sharing. Ah, okay. It's because here it is. Okay, sorry.
Hmm. So, I
So,
mean, progress in every front, including job application.
sorry?
You're making progress on every front.
Ah,
Like,
yes, starting the year strong.
yeah, 100%.
Oh well, but,
Uh,
but I have a lot on my plate. This course that just started, uh,
what's this one called?
leadership in sustainability.
Okay.
Uh, and then I already scheduled our driver's theoretical test.
Hmm?
Theoretical test for
Hmm.
next Monday
Theoretical
because
test.
Carlos, the oh my God, the insurance is insane,
Right.
insane. Fortunately, we already got our driver's license translated.
Uh-huh.
I didn't make I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, but I I am feeling prone to not prone to, prone to be less analytical and more executive.
Sure. Yeah.
Like because I always delay things until when I felt the mood. So I'm like, no, 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 just make it happen. And like, take the risk. If you're
Hmm.
not doing something wrong, you might make a mistake, but not an unforgivable
Givable mistake, right?
one. And
Hmm.
before you go, I wanted to share with you one of the very first assignment, and I'm sharing this with you because of I really appreciate how high regarded you, how high you regard me. How would you say that?
You could say it probably in three different ways. How high you regard me, as you said. How how high shit.
How high regard me you
How high
you
regarded.
how
No.
hard how high regarded.
How highly you regard me. Is that what we said? How
Yes,
high you
how
regard me? How highly
high
you regard me? Yeah.
because it's not bragging, but it's interesting to analyze. Uh, we were asked to do a test that if you got the book, it gives you a code to do the test. I wanted the book, but it would arrive later than the day I needed the code in order to submit my assignment.
Okay. Sure.
So the professor told us if you bought a second hand or if you already have it or whatever, you can just buy the code. So I did.
Hmm.
Um, and while I was doing the assessment, the test, two or maybe three questions, I was I wasn't able to. I don't know how to say. Me las saltó el programa. The test automatically made
Skipped
me
them.
skip. So it skipped them for me.
Hmm. Yeah. It skipped them. Yeah. You just use the pronoun to show
Because
that
you have
you didn't skip them, but the
up
program did.
to 20 seconds to answer them. So either you answer fast or you answer fast. There's no going back. The point being that we were asked, let me share my screen again with you. We were asked to do this.
Okay.
Mm, oh, oh, que la chingada. Um, discussing your own top five leadership strengths based on your assessment, the Clifton Strengths Finder.
Okay, okay.
This was the very first thing. So what
Mhm.
I did is this is my results. ¿Sepa? No. Oh my God. ¿Dónde chingados estás? Aquí está date added. Uh, here is Carlos. Share. Cloud.
Grab more water.
So I received this, but says
You are uniquely powerful.
I
What do
don't
you?
understand if this is like everyone gets this because it's like okay to make you feel
Oh,
good.
okay. I understand now. Yeah, like is that like just the title of that section, or is it
Yes.
an actual?
Uh, This report presents your five most dominant strengths revealed by your responses in the. Use this report to learn more about these strengths, how they uniquely show up in your life, and how you can use them to fulfill your potential. So I am responsible. You take psychological ownership of what you say you will do, which I agree. I mean, that is, I
Mhm.
was very pleased with this, which I
Mhm.
agree. You're committed to stable values such as honesty and loyalty. Then,
Great.
in
Yeah.
you are characterized by your intellectual activity. You are introspecting and appreciating intellectual discussions. I thought about you while I was answering many of them. Really?
Your response to that
What
should be
do
like,
you
you
enjoy
have no
more?
fucking idea.
What do you enjoy more? Watching the America versus Chivas or talking with Carlos? um, learner, yes, I agree. I like to learn. Belief, I'm not sure about this one. You have a certain core values
Values
that
that are
are
unchanging.
unchanging. Out of these values emerge a defined purpose of your life. Well, that makes sense. Input, you have a need to collect an
Archive.
archive. You may accumulate information, ideas, artifacts, or even relationship. Is what does this mean?
Interesting.
So this is my you are uniquely powerful. Your unique sequence of strengths are personal and personalized strengths inside the report. Okay. We designed the report to help you learn. Okay. What do the colors mean? Executing. I
Executing.
have the purple and the green. So executing achieve.
And you only have those two, right?
Yes, I don't have the influencing
Uh-huh.
and I don't have the relationship building.
Hmm. Do you have to, so you had to pay for a code to be able to
Yes.
take that test?
500 pesos.
Ah, shit. Well, it seems very interesting though.
But I think you should that is why I'm sharing with you because I think you should
Okay, no, because
do it.
as soon as I was reading this, is like I want to know mine. Um,
I'll share the link with you.
yeah, 100%. I'd be really interested to know mine. I mean,
And then okay.
oh, it's quite detailed, huh?
Yes, yes. So but here's the point. Here are four colors, but here are five. Five, where is it? Here. Responsible. I don't know. These are my five. No, no, no. These are my five strengths.
Yeah, those are
Okay.
your five strengths.
Responsibility input. The one I wanted to read with you is this one because okay, all of those I agree. The input, okay.
So that last one, the one you were asking about, right?
Yes. Very likely that you favor working towards goals by yourself. You enjoy having total ownership of a project. You probably invent and continuously build a specialized vocabulary that makes total sense to you. When you forget to
Okay.
translate your language for others, however, they are likely to ask you to define your complicated terminology. Only afterward can you expect your listeners to understand what, oh my God, this is very accurate. Oh my God. How are you doing it? Oh my God. Because this is how I sometimes feel, and you're the only one who gets me.
It's interesting.
Do you
It's
agree with
interesting
this point?
because yeah, no, it makes sense to me. I mean, input is just like a very poor choice in wording because even the description of input that was on the top page still didn't make sense to me. However, reading this, I mean, with you and also being fed by your own reaction to it, um, yeah, I can I can very easily think of times where I thought that that was true. Mm,
Okay. Chances are good that you wait. What does wait mean, Carlos?
wade. It's like slowly walk into something. Chances are good that you. Oh, yeah, look it up.
To talk in water when partially immersed, to play in water, to walk through water or snow, to make one's way slowly or laboriously, obs obsolete, to
Mm-hmm.
go. No, I think it would be better if we ask our smart friend.
Yeah,
You wade into the middle of thought-provoking conversations. You wade.
yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
that analogy with water makes sense. Because
Moment.
wade is when you don't fully immerse yourself. Mm,
Okay.
no, it doesn't make sense to me. Because I would say that the opposite is true. That like you actually like to plunge into thought-provoking conversations.
Ah, es para que te involucres. Sí, yes.
Uh huh.
You speak theoretically, that is, you talk about things that have not been invented, proved, produced, or
Mm-hmm,
put in
mm-hmm.
practice. Your vocabulary is as complicated as your thinking.
Yeah,
That is why, and this is why, this is exactly why I feel so insecure about my English
yeah,
because
yeah. Because it's not. It's you yourself feel that your ideas are being diluted by not being able to use the right mechanisms, like the right forms of transport to get from my head to your head. I mean, from your perspective. I mean, from your
this
head
is
to everyone else's head.
why you consider at length an array of insights, concepts, or philosophies. You prefer talking with individuals who instantly grasp the meaning. See why this is, I'm talking about you.
Yeah, yeah,
Driven by your talents, you insert intricate or theoretical words into your everyday academic or professional
yeah.
conversation, right? Interest in language. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Explains
that's interesting.
mastering unusual words and the multiple
Multiple
meanings
meaning.
while
We've
others
done that many times. Wow,
you
that's
tend
true.
to commit to words to memory with relative. You probably find this process is both. Oh my God, Carlos, this is amazing. You should do it. You have to do it.
Yeah, definitely send me the code.
Basically, you are devoted to build your vocabulary each time you memorize a complicated theoretical word, and it's meaning you probably are eager to use it in conversations, discussions, or presentations. Undoubtedly, your work or studies demand that you continually add highly technical terms. This is exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah,
Oh my
this is
God.
fascinating.
By
It's just
nature,
fascinating how it dives into suddenly into linguistics out of all the possible areas of life where this could be applied.
and the accuracy is
Yeah.
that it's as if it knows you. By nature, you sometimes become ecstatic. What is this? That is thrilled when
Uh-huh.
you read about a novel or concept or an original theory. Maybe the hope of discovering a new way of thinking motivates you. Absolutely. You might enjoy collecting all kinds of information. Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense. Perhaps you sense that one day you will find a proper use. Yes, total. It's amazing. The accuracy is amazing. How inputs blends with you. Well, we don't have time to go over this. I will gladly share with you.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can, and I will also share with you the link so you can do it.
Okay, great. And did you very quickly, did you say that this was like it came with a book or is based on
Yes,
a book
if you
or
buy the book, look, let me show you. I mean, because you are in no rush. If you buy this
uh-huh,
book,
yeah.
Based Leadership, which is which now I feel I should have bought it, but well, anyway. The hardcover is almost it's in discount. You can see
Um
my
No, no, no. That's why I was
Sorry,
trying to
sorry.
look if I yeah, don't worry
Here,
about that.
here. So you
Okay,
see, the hardcover it's
strength-based
in discount
leadership.
now, but this is in Canada. But the Kindle edition works this, and if you only want the code, it's
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
$33. But with taxes, it was like almost $40. So if you want the book, I have the PDF. If you want
Uh-huh.
to buy it, if you are
Yeah.
interested in buying it, you can just buy the code. In order to do that, I can share with you the link. So if you buy
Yeah.
this, the book
Send me the link.
includes the code, so you can do the test.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
If you don't want the book, you can pay for the code to do the test.
Okay. Will all versions have the code?
As I asked ChatGPT, and it says that it does.
Okay. Because there's one at 500 pesos because it has a 47% discount. So if this one has the
But
code,
but it has to be new because the code is one time use only.
uh-huh, it has to be okay. Well, it should be new. Uh, well, I'll do my research, but if you can send me the link
Ab-
to get the test online,
abs-
and I'll just explore if this is actually the real deal, like for a new book. I could get this for the price of the code itself, like getting the book and the code. But I'll do
Yes,
some research before I buy.
I wanted to do that, but it will arrive on Friday. I need
Right,
to
right, right.
it's too so
All right.
I don't know. I need to submit the assignment by Sunday, but but I needed to have this by tomorrow class. So
Okay, okay.
forward forward Carlos.
Oh, this is a great find, huh?
The professor
It is a fantastic find.
who told us to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, Carlos, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Whenever you can send the link so I can submit the
Uh,
payment.
I'll send you a
And
link
then
for that. So you. All
oh,
right. I'll see you. Bye.
bye. Thank you.